I haven't made a video in a while, just haven't had anything specifically interesting I wanted to show, but here I have something that I think is really cool. This is a program called Emby, E-M-B-Y, so you can see right in the corner here. It used to be called Media Browser, and it is a metadata slash media manager. It runs kind of like as a server. It's essentially like the same thing that Plex is, but this is open source. A lot of the features that Plex has, this one has for free, and yeah, it's just developed in the open, which is nice. It's not closed source like Plex is. So there you can pay for additional features, but I haven't had the need to. I eventually probably will support the development just because I like the program, and there's some features that would be cool to have, like syncing to your phone. But yeah, let me kind of explain what this does, where it fits into my system, and then I'll show the different clients I have for it. So what it does is it does central metadata management. So instead of like each home theater, each phone connecting to your media server and then getting all the images and all those things, it just connects to this one thing, and it gets the paths to the files, it gets the images, gets the actor data, all that kind of crap. So it gets all that stuff from one central place, which is nice because you can sync like your watch status for shows, you can sync like your progress within shows, all that stuff. So that's one feature it has. Number two, it has multiple users, which is like something you'd normally pay for with like Plex, but you get it for free here. And what's nice about that is you can have users with different favorites, different watch statuses, progress. You could even have different libraries and stuff. In this case, I've been using this for about 2 months now, and I've only had one user, which is just like the default one that me and my wife share, because we don't have shows that we watch separately necessarily. Like if we watch something separately, we're not going to watch it together too, or we don't watch things separately. Any shows that we watch together, we were going to watch together. We're not going to watch them separately. So like for example, I watch Walking Dead, she doesn't watch that show, so it's okay if it just shows my watch status for that show. But in some cases, like when I put this in production at my sister's house, and we have my sister and my nephew, and they have different home theater systems, and they have different phones that are going to be syncing, it'll be good to have multiple users in that case. So let me so that's the second thing that this affords, is it has multiple users. Number three, it makes it really easy to stream your content to your mobile device, because it has transcoding built in. Basically it just uses the FFmpeg binary that this thing's packaged with, and then it transcodes it to like a lower bit rate so it can send it to you. I think it uses like HLS streaming ideally, so I'll show that in the Android app on my wife's tablet later. But I've tested that out before on my phone, like at lunch, during work, and it works just fine. 3 or 4G, you can stream stuff, and it's no stuttering, and the quality isn't the greatest because it's buffering. Because it's transcoding it lower so that it can fit within the bandwidth of 3G or 4G, but it's better than anything else you would get for the most part, so it's nice. Yeah, let me actually show the program. So this is Emby. Let me go to the dashboard. I clicked on metadata managers dashboard, because this is dashboard, you can do all the settings. I'm going to show one thing, that these are different libraries, like movies, TV shows. You can add different libraries too. There's one setting you pretty much would always do if you're on FreeNAS. You can't read it right now because it's too blurry, but this says from, and then I put the path that within the Emby jail, and this is to, and this is the NFS share that it would be rewriting the path to. So this is used for like clients that directly play the media. For example, my home theater, which is running Kodi, which used to be called XBMC, that directly plays the stuff over NFS. It's not transcoded, so there's no extra overhead, and it gets the full quality of the file. Because it's on the LAN, it makes sense to do that. Yeah, so in that case, so anything that directly plays it gets this rewrite. Anything that doesn't, it just gets it over HTTP, like a transcoded version. So you can use NFS, you can use Windows sharing too. Here we go. This is the movie view. you can see there's different like check marks if you watch something, and also here you can see like a progress bar. Shows like if you're partially through something. Let's play something. Let's click resume. So it works pretty well, and this is actually the web view, so this is actually being transcoded. So you could even do this across the internet if you wanted. The quality might be lower, but yeah, it works just fine. I'm gonna even scrabble a little bit and see if it's able to handle it. Wow, it actually did it pretty well right there. So yeah, I'm gonna close that. I have the sound off because it's kind of late at night right now. So yeah, this is the web view. This is running my FreeNAS box. It's an open source program called Emby. So this is my work in progress home theater that I'm not going to work on for another year because I'm too busy right now. I'm taking my professional engineering test. In like 6 months, I'm going to focus on studying instead of house stuff. So eventually I have plans to make this look nicer. Let's see. Yeah, so this is my plasma Panasonic TV. And this is Kodi. Used to be called XBMC. This is it's called Titan Media Browser theme. And the media browser is actually because it supports media browser, which is what Emby used to be called. But you don't actually need a special skin. So I'm going to explain that. So there used to be a plugin called XBMB3C. So it was a play on XBMC and Media Browser 3, which is the name that they sometimes called Media Browser. So it's a play on the two names that these programs used to be called. But they both changed their names since then. So it doesn't really make sense now because this is now called Kodi and the other thing is called Emby. So yeah, so the good thing is that plugin is actually depreciated. There's now a newer plugin that's in beta right now called Emby for Kodi, I believe. And what the difference is, the first one, it kind of works like XBMC or anything where it's like a central thing. It just connects to it. You usually have to have a special theme and it'll show them the libraries. And the disadvantage of that is basically constantly querying. It's kind of like opening a website instead of an app. It's like constantly querying for the pictures and all those things instead of caching it locally. Now the new one, Emby for Kodi, is much nicer. What it does, and this has been out for about 2 weeks now, and I've been testing it, and it's had in production for the last 2 weeks too. What it does is it instead uses the native Kodi library, and it just runs a daemon which is syncing between this and the Emby server. So it's syncing the two libraries. So you can see here, for example, these are the same unwatched movies as the other thing. Let's see if it actually has here. So this is probably where I left off earlier.
I know it sounds crazy, but
yeah, so pretty cool. And so when you're watching it this way, you're not actually transcoding it. Let me show that in like a TV show. Let's show something here. If I click info, I think I can get to. Oh wait, no. Yeah, basically that thing scrolling by, kind of near the bottom, is saying the path to it, NFS. So it actually is getting the full path. It's playing the file directly. It's not doing any transcoding. It's getting the full quality and not putting any overhead on the server. So it's pretty sweet. You can change it in the settings to use HTTP streaming. For example, if you have, it's a remote Emby server that you're connecting to, but in this case it's local, so you want to use the direct NFS protocol because it's more efficient. So the advantage of using the new Emby plugin is you are just basically syncing the libraries. Pretty much Kodi works how it's supposed to work natively. There's no weird stuff. You don't have to use a special skin like you used to with the old plugin. This is just a regular. This skin does have media browser support, but I disabled it, and because now you don't need it anymore. So it's just a regular skin. Stuff just works as expected. And you see the quality is good because it's just playing it just how Kodi would do it. So yeah, that's it on Kodi. Let me show one last thing. This is my wife's tablet. There's the Emby app. Yes, this is the Android app. It used to cost money, but it's free now. What they're going to do now is instead they'd want you to support it, so you can get like syncing and stuff. So let's see. Let's play a show. The Walking Dead episode I'm partly through. Click play here. Let's resume. So this actually would transcode it. You can see the transcoding details in the top right when it comes up. It's saying, you can't read it, it's blurry, but it's saying HLS, TS, H264, AAC, so that's all the transcoding information. Sorry for the glare. You can see it works fine. This is over a LAN, so there's no bandwidth issues, but it is still transcoding. So if you did this like on my phone, it might go to a lower quality, or you can set it to use a lower quality. So yeah, that's the Android app. Works as expected, kind of like any other app, I would think. There's this feature too. Don't really use this much because I like regular physical remotes, but you can click on that, and then you can basically click whatever client, whatever other clients there are, and then you can click play, and let's see if it actually works. Yeah, I don't think it's working right now. Yeah, I've had it work before, but it doesn't seem to be working right now. Yeah, but basically what it would do is it would play it on the other client. So in this case, it didn't work. I don't like that feature anyway. I mean, it's nice to get something playing, but I was like physical remotes. So this remote's pretty sweet. It's actually, it has an infrared thing in the front, but it's actually not infrared. It's actually USB. It's a USB radio frequency receiver, so you do not need to aim it. You can aim it any direction, and it works. You can put stuff in front of it, and it works. So yeah. So anyway, that is the Android app, and that is Emby. It works really well, and it's quickly being developed, and features are being added all the time, and things are getting refined. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you guys later.